You know, trust is such a delicate thing. When it breaks, it can feel like your whole world is just unraveling. But what if a break, a fracture, wasn't just an end? What if it could be an opportunity for something completely new to grow? That's what we're going to explore today, a gentle, science-backed path to rebuilding trust.
Before we dive in, let's just ground ourselves, right here, right now. Just take a slow breath in and let it all out. Good. See, this isn't going to be a lecture. Think of this as a quiet space to understand what's really going on inside our hearts and our nervous systems when trust gets broken. This is all about compassion, not blame. So, let's begin. Okay, first things first. We have to understand what's happening inside your body when trust is broken. Because it's not just some abstract emotional thing, it's a very real biological response. Your survival instincts are literally kicking into high gear. This right here is your body's ancient intelligence at work. When trust is fractured, your nervous system basically flips a switch. It goes from a state of "I'm safe, I can connect" to "red alert, danger." It's that primal fight-or-flight response, and its only job is to protect you from more pain. If you've ever been hurt, does any of this sound familiar? That constant feeling of just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Maybe old fears you thought you'd dealt with suddenly bubble up to the surface. I want you to know that's not an overreaction. It's your body doing its job to protect you. And just knowing that, that's the very first step toward having some compassion for yourself.
So if your whole system is on high alert, where in the world do you start to fix things? Well, the foundation for any kind of real repair is built on two absolutely essential things: truth and space.
A true healing apology? It's not a performance, and it's so much more than just saying the words, "I'm sorry." It's a moment of radical honesty. It means taking full responsibility, no excuses, showing that you genuinely feel remorse, and crucially, being emotionally present for the pain you've caused. These three little sentences, they are unbelievably powerful. They send a direct signal to the injured person's nervous system that says, "You are seen, your pain is real, and I'm not running away." It's an invitation to maybe, just maybe, shift out of that defensive crouch and toward connection again.
After the truth comes space. The person who is hurt needs the room to say everything they felt, everything they feared. And for the other partner, your only job in that moment isn't to defend yourself, it's just to listen, to be a steady, grounded presence. This kind of listening, it's like a powerful form of medicine.
All right, so truth and space create the foundation, but safety. Safety is rebuilt through action. This is a process, not a one-and-done event. It happens moment by moment.
Our nervous systems are basically just pattern-detecting machines. They're not really impressed by a grand gesture or some sweeping promise. What they actually respond to is consistency. It's the small, everyday choices, the little promises you actually keep. That's what slowly teaches the body that it's safe to relax again. This is really the heart of it all. When your actions consistently match your words, you create predictability. And for a nervous system that's been stuck on high alert, predictability is like a long, slow exhale. It's the feeling of solid ground finally returning beneath your feet. Once you have a foundation of safety, then you can start the really beautiful work of emotional attunement. This is how you move from just surviving the break to actually connecting again. It's all about being curious about each other, sharing what's really going on inside, and learning how to respond with genuine care. And this brings us to a really powerful and honestly hopeful idea. The goal isn't to somehow patch up the old relationship. The goal is to build something entirely new and maybe even stronger in its place. Think about it. The old relationship is the one that allowed the fracture to happen in the first place. So the goal now is to co-create a new one together. One with stronger communication, much clearer boundaries, and a deeper kind of honesty. It's basically a complete redesign. It's like turning over the soil after a huge storm. Yeah, the old garden might be gone, but that soil is now fertile for something new to grow. This new relationship can be built with so much intention, with new agreements, and a shared vision for what you both want to grow together this time. So, as we start to wrap this up, let's just revisit the absolute essentials. Go ahead and take another slow breath with me. And just remember, trust heals through dedicated practice.
It always, always starts with unwavering, compassionate truth. It requires the space for every feeling to be heard and held, without judgment. It's rebuilt through the quiet, steady power of reliable action. And it's nourished by real, genuine, emotional connection. A fracture is so painful there's no doubt about it. But it can also crack open an opportunity for a deeper level of honesty and connection than you ever knew was possible. It's a slow process, yeah, but it's built on presence and practice and one small act of care at a time.
The past is written, you can't change that. But the future is an open field. The ground has been turned. So the only question that's left is a hopeful one. What new, beautiful, and resilient garden will you choose to plant together?